On the side where the shells came from, there was no one else except the Ukrainian troops. There was no DPR or Russia on that side at the time. In my presence, when two 16 and 17-year-old girls asked a Ukrainian soldier when all this would be over, the guys said openly that whoever couldn't leave the city would die with them. That's all. What else can one say about our own defenders, which they call themselves? When the Russian military came here, they talked to us like human beings. And the others, before they left, spoke only in foul language. That's their military prowess. That's their military honor. When Russia entered, people started to be given humanitarian aid and food. But while Ukraine was here, all we were given were cookies and a pack of wet wipes. What do I need a pack of wet wipes for? We don't have running water. The Ukrainian armed forces waited for a large number of people to gather and hit these wells. And then they beautifully told us that it was Russia. Where did Russia hit the wells from, I wonder? Straight from Moscow? We had been paying the military tax for 8 years. For what? For all this? For the burned down buildings? Our mayor is exactly the same. Everybody stays in their cities. And our mayor is beautifully broadcasting from Lviv. Guys, the situation in Mariupol is fabulous. Where is it fabulous? I have 2 kids hiding in my basement right now. My neighbor has 2 other kids hiding in the basement too. They lost their parents. Just yesterday we were listening to the radio. Our great mayor of Mariupol was speaking and he said that children even go to schools. Where are these schools? Has at least one of them survived? The Ukrainian military drove into schools and fired mortars directly from them.
But these leftovers of the Ukrainian army, they just entertain themselves by shooting at little children. We saw it with our own eyes. You must show this to the whole world. Not only Ukraine says that it is a beautiful country. Not a single Ukrainian military man took us out of the basements. Not a single one. And one more question. Although I am weak in politics, I am not a soldier, but what I saw with my own eyes, I think if they are defending the city, they should be on the outskirts. If you can't defend it, drop your guns, give up, leave. But they started hiding in residential areas, in schools, in kindergartens, in areas with residential buildings. They simply went in, and those who were caught by the ass by the Russian troops, they said, "We will not get out of here alive, we will cover ourselves with living meat." Here is the living meat that survived. It is us. That's all. Tell the whole world how Ukraine screwed up. Now, guys, what else I want to say? 85% of destructions in Mariupol was caused by our Ukrainian army, because we personally saw how they came in the vehicles with mortars. And right there, 100 meters away, 50 meters away, there's a shot. A shell flies over the head and explodes in the same village. I counted 10 shots twice. They were definitely destroying our infrastructure. I don't know where this order came from. As to Russians, our low bow to Russians, guys.
How on earth can we explain to anybody that Ukrainian soldiers shoot at us, Ukrainian civilians? A guy went out to his balcony to smoke. There were 2 Ukrainian soldiers on the tank on the street, and one said to another, "Can you hit him?" The guy threw the stab out and ran away. Imagine there are kids in the yard, 2 Ukrainian soldiers come over, one of them takes 2 automatic rifles simultaneously and starts shooting into the air. Then he says, "Kneel." He was definitely on drugs. I don't understand the Ukrainian army. Whom are they fighting for? Even the state abandoned them. They kept stealing food from all apartments. They wrapped it in towels and lowered down on ropes. They had some kind of a device to open locked doors. They opened all the doors in all the apartments. They grabbed all food wrapped in the bedding sheets and took away. People were complaining. They kept saying, "We bought this food, these were our preserves for emergency, and these thugs just came and grabbed everything. Shame on them."
Нам помощь оказывает российская армия. Мы не хотим ничего слышать про наших так называемых защитников, которые прятались за нашими юбками, которые выбрасывали людей в подвалы, стариков за руки, за ноги. Люди шли в свои квартиры, хотели взять покушать детям маленьким. Они их посылали, извините меня, матом. Ни от одного чеченского воина, ни от одного воина ДНР, ни от одного воина российского мы даже не слышали грубого слова. Помогают ребята, чем могут, хотя они в этом не обязаны. Спрашивают, приходят, вам не холодно, вам сытно, вы живы, здоровы, все, постоянно помогают. Спасибо большое. Наконец мир увидел кто есть кто, понимаете?